Hey YouTube, this is JTJ13731 here. I'm gonna give you an update on the new Magic set that just dropped, or I guess the pre-release just dropped. The set itself hasn't actually dropped yet, but went to the pre-release the other day, got some cool new stuff, and I'm gonna show you some of the rares from the new set. Maybe a couple of the uncommons are in here, I think. I didn't draw any mythics because I didn't have very good luck that day, but there's some rares and there's some uncommons in here, so enjoy. First one, the promo. My shop had plenty, so I got two. It's called Moon Silver Spear. It's 4 to drop, 4 to equip, artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a 4/4 white angel creature with flying onto the battlefield. That is pretty awesome. That's just one of those herp effects. I mean, even though it's a pretty high cost, it's still a herp. I mean, it's just a massive. It's just a great card. And since if you didn't know, the new set is called Avacyn Restored, and all the cards in it are pretty much angel and human themed, with a few demons thrown in. It's kind of the war between demon and humankind is kind of taking a turn towards the humans, whereas in Dark Ascension and Innistrad, the demons were winning. Well, Avacyn has been released from the Hell Vault, and the angels and humans are starting to make a comeback. Some of the black rares: Exquisite Blood and Gloom Surgeon. Exquisite Blood, whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. It's an enchantment. You just toss it down, and it basically gives you lifelink for everything. Everything that you do, your opponent loses life on anything, you gain that. Nice card. Gloom Surgeon, 2/1, 2 power, 1 toughness, 2 to drop. If combat damage would be dealt to Gloom Surgeon, prevent that damage and exile that many cards from the top of your library. That's not bad. It basically gives you a card to be on the field all the time, but it's not something I would use too much. The Tyrant of Discord. This was one of my better pulls, even though I couldn't actually use it. It's 7 to drop, which is pretty heavy price, but still. And then 7 power, 7 toughness. And when Tyrant of Discord enters the battlefield, target opponent chooses a permanent he or she controls at random and sacrifices it. If it's a non-land permanent is sacrificed this way, repeat this process. So basically, you drop him, you got a powerful 7/7 like destroyer, and then your opponent has to keep sacrificing permanents until they sacrifice land. Next, Zealous Conscripts. 5 to drop, 3/3 with haste. When Zealous Conscripts enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent until the end of the turn. Untap that permanent and it gains haste until the end of the turn. So that's not bad. I mean, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's just overall a really good card. Let's see. What else do we have in here? Oh, yeah. New enchantment, rare enchantment, Wild Defiance. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, that creature gets 3/3/3 till the end of the turn. So basically, any of the black instants or any instance that would drop your creature's power and toughness to kill it, this is going to give you an advantage on that. I mean, it's a good card. Then one of the new Soul Bond cards. For those of you guys that don't know what Soul Bond is yet, it's the new mechanic that's been introduced into the game. Basically, Mr. Wolfear Silverheart here, if he's on the field and I cast another creature, I can bond them. And then they can't be unbonded, and both of them get Silverheart's effect. Or you can do it vice versa. If there's already a card on the field, you can cast Silverheart and then bond them. It works both ways. His effect is, as long as Wolfear Silverheart is paired with another creature, each of those creatures gets +4/+4. That's pretty massive. I mean, he's 5 to drop. That's not a huge cost. He's a 4/4, and he gives you 4+4+ on any creature. So say I have Mr. Leisure the Tangle over here on the field, 8/8 beater. You can go drop Silverheart, Soul Bond. Silverheart's now a 8/8 attacker, and Leisure the Tangle is now a 12/12 attacker. That is awesome. I mean, that's just massive. So, then another uncommon over here that I thought was really good from the set. Vorst Claw, 6 to drop, 7/7 attacker. No effect. But it's pretty cool. It's an elemental horror. Alright, whites from the new set. Herald of War. This was the only rare that I drew that I was actually able to use. It helped me out quite a bit. Helped me win the only 2 out of 8 games that I played. Yeah, I lost 6. It was pretty bad. I got crap kicked out of me. But anyway, 5 to drop. He has flying. Whenever Herald of War attacks, put a 1+1+ counter on him. And angel spells and human spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on him. That's awesome. That gives you so much plus off of a card that really isn't all that much to drop. So, then Defy Death. This just shows how much angel support is coming out in this this set. 5 to drop. This is an uncommon. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and if it's an angel, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. That's pretty awesome. I mean, if you're running an angel deck, it may be a little bit expensive, but say I have Herald of War on the field, pull him back from the grave and put 2 +1/+1 counters on him, and then every time he attacks, he gets another one. So, and for every +1 counter on him, humans and angels cost 1 less to drop. So, yeah, that's pretty big. Next uncommon from the new set, Nearheath Pilgrim. It has Soul Bond, and as long as he is paired with another creature, both creatures have lifelink. 2/1, he's 2 to drop. That's pretty good. I mean, that's not bad at all. Next one, Builder's Blessing. I threw this one in because I had enough room in my binder. There's other stuff that could probably go here, though. Untapped creatures you control get 0+2+. That's not bad. I mean, it helps you block if... hang on. It helps you block if your opponent has a really big card on the field. So, you know, it can help, but it's probably not anything worth too much. And the last card, the last rare at least that I drew from the set, I have several more uncommons. Captain of Mists. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, untap Captain of the Mists. You can tap 1 random and 1 island and Captain of the Mists, and you may tap or untap target permanent. So you can just go tap one of my opponents or untap, and then just go from there. So altogether, not a bad card. 2 power. 3 toughness, 3 to drop. Not bad. So that's all the rares that I pulled and some of the uncommons from the new set. Just giving you guys a brief overview of some of what was in it. Hope you enjoyed it. Here's a couple of the oversized mythic rares. Bruna and Gristlebrand promos. But anyway, yeah, see you guys later.